So what's really going on in Oregon? So I think we all heard about people discovering the FBI tents at the airport. Professor Doom and some other people showed some stuff about it, and then of course I didn't know anything about this, and I wake up and I see this headline: Oregon governor calls on feds to act against armed group. And you see the picture, blah blah blah. The residents of Harney County have been overlooked and underserved by federal officials. The Democratic governor said the occupation has cost Oregon taxpayers nearly $500,000, and we're going to ask for the federal officials to reimburse us for these costs. Federal authorities did not return calls seeking comment. Now there's a big shocker, okay? So I'm looking at that, okay, and then I'm thinking, okay, and I come across that, and then I come across this. And just bear with me here, guys. And of course, then there's this right here, where the Oregon governor says the feds told us to keep quiet about the occupation. So before this even happened, she comes out and says that she's been told by the federal government to shut up about what's going on there. To avoid escalating the situation, I have complied. I would not want to say anything to compromise their efforts to resolve the situation. But then she turns around 2 days later and says she's ordering people to go and end this situation, and she wants reimbursement for doing this. Alright? So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, okay, who is this governor? So what do? I do what I always do, and we go over here to Wikipedia. Kate Brown, born June 21st, 1960, is an American politician who is the 38th and current governor of the U.S. state of Oregon. Now look right here. Brown became governor on February 18th, 2015, succeeding John Kitzhaber upon his resignation. So once again, we already know that there's some dodgy stuff going on with Frank Papagni. We know there's some dodgy stuff going on with Judge Grasty. We already know that the sheriff, who won't do anything, hasn't been elected and was appointed when the original sheriff resigned. Now I go and look and see right here that the governor has not been elected either, because the original governor, who had been elected 4 times, resigned because of a scandal. So once again, we've got another leader in Oregon who is not an official who was elected by the people. Now let's go on here, because that's not the end of it. It goes on to say Brown is the state's second female governor after Barbara Roberts, as well as the first openly bisexual governor in U.S. history. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really, guys? Because come on. We all know about what's going on in the bigger picture here and what's going on with these land grabs. Alright? Now people are going to say, oh, no, why are you going to bring up her sexuality into this? And because it's about liberals. Alright? What is one thing that you always hear? The liberal agenda, right? Because come on, the guys who are fighting against the corruption of the government are called the right-wing extremists, and over on the left wing, they're called the left-wing liberals and the liberal agenda, where they want to sit there and unconstitutionally steal everybody's land. So there's a big problem in the state. There's a big problem going on in the state, people, and I'm just speechless. And I try to keep up with what's going on in the world, but this is, to me, I just want to ask, the people in Oregon, do you have anybody in office who was actually elected? Because it seems like people around there are resigning like flies. So it seems to me that maybe there's some kind of problem going on here. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. this is what you're dealing with.